Welcome back. LT Volk here with episode 63 of the Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough. In this episode, we're gonna continue moving through the Undercity to confront Orin and save Lae'zel. But first, we're gonna loot everything in this chamber. And I don't think these ancient servants or greater zombies have anything on them, but we'll double check. Alright. Plenty of gold, though. Yeah, I'll take it. And I believe there should be a hidden door around here somewhere. Yep, there we go. Let's lock pick it. Gonna burn the lock point and get guidance from Shadowheart. And let's get through and see what's on the other side.
Gruesome sight. A necromantic ritual, perhaps?
Guess it is.
This jar, it feels like death itself. A sure sign of necromancy at work.
Yep. And this is part of another quest that we're gonna do later on that involves a mummy. And pretty much mummies are kind of similar to liches, where they hide some of their essence in the organs and then put them in the jars and then hide the jars. And unless the jars are destroyed, the mummy cannot be killed. Alright, Karlach, take these jars. This guy can go to camp for now. And let's see what else we can find here. Some more gear. That's gonna go to camp. And I think we need to read this guy as well. And you can read it on your own. It's pretty much talks about another jar.
Hidden inside a zombie. It's almost poetic.
Yeah, there we go. And the way the quest works is the zombie asks you to kill its master, the mummy. And then you confront the mummy, and unless you destroy all of the jars with the organs, the mummy comes back and kills all the servants. So, in order, you find out all the jars and you find that information that the final jar is actually hidden in the guy that asked you to help him, or the zombie.
Flick of the wrist.
Alright, let's exit this chamber and proceed to where we need to go. And we might have to take a long rest before the next fight. I don't recall which one it is, but let's just take a short rest for now. There we go. And it seems like that curse is gone too, which is actually good news for us. Okie dokie. And now let's have Gale recover his level 5 spell slot. And now we can interact with this door.
A rush of ancient whispers fills your mind as you approach the door. It is rife with magic. Old, deathly magic.
A new vessel brimming with blood darkens Bhaal's door to baptize his deus most holy. Do you have proof of your faith to our Lord?
I have an amulet of Bhaal. Let me pass, door.
You hold proof of faith, but to hold and deserve are different. How have you proven yourself in the Dreadlord's eyes?
I slaughtered the murder tribunal.
Unorthodox. But a show of faith nonetheless. Walk in blood.
Alright. Thank you, door. And up here we have a dead enemy. Or a dead person. There's a whole bunch of knives and this parchment. And let's read the parchment. And it says to gain admittance to the Bhaal Temple, you must cross Manslaughter Chasm. But if you are weak, like this aspirant, the Farslayer will deny you passage. Defeat him or die. Alright, I know what fight is coming up. And we're actually should be in a pretty good spot here. So this fight can be done an easy way and a hard way. And we'll do it an easy way.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Let's see. Got some potions of invisibility that I'm gonna give to everybody. Alright, there we go. And once more. This will go to Shadowheart, Gale, and Karlach. So pretty much everybody's gonna drink potions of invisibility. And then we'll just walk straight up to that Farslayer.
Find me.
And this fight can be tough, like I said. If you just try
Time to rest.
and go in
I'll catch a break.
while you're not invisible, you get like ambushed by the enemies and you're gonna get like shot at by a whole bunch of Sharons. But with potions of invisibility, you can walk right to the Farslayer and take him out on the first round. Yes, sirree. Alright, let's climb up this ladder. And then my character is gonna fire off this magic missile to get rid of the unstoppable chargers on the Farslayer. And the Farslayer teleports, casts slow, which is a level 3 spell, so we're gonna counterspell him. Alright, there we go. What are you gonna do now? Farslayer jumps away. Karlach,
Fuck yes.
why don't you run down this way?
Find a route.
And there you go. You see, all the ads are now revealed. But if we kill the Farslayer, they should just disappear.
Got it.
Alright, and now go ahead, Karlach, and just go ham. Try to kill off this Farslayer as quickly as you can. There is a second throw. And a frenzied throw. And there we have it. And if I end combat here, those ads should disappear.
Need to stay focused.
Yep. Easy peasy.
No one stopped me yet. Looking ahead. How much farther can I
Yeah, I had like a lot of issues with this fight when I was first playing the game, or even on Tactician, because I was trying to like fight off
go? Traps.
or kill off every single ad, and you've got like only 5 rounds, I believe, to get to the Farslayer. And then he teleports as well. But this is a much easier way that I kinda worked on. I think I talked before, for most of the fights...
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, nothing, Gale. As I was saying, for most of the fights, when I was playing on Tactician, I replayed the fights many times just to find the optimal strategies for myself in preparation for the honor mode. But now, let's go through this door.
Lord of murder shall perish.
Yes, yes. Thank you, wise Alando. Yeah, this is like the prophecy of the wise Alando.
Be sown from their passage.
That was in Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2 as well. And actually up here...
Arranged with
Ooh,
Looks like a trap there.
yeah, a lot of traps. Alright, everybody back up. We're gonna untoggle the group mode.
Be wary. This place is true.
Yep, there we go, just like I said. And I
Let's
think
get
I'm
in.
just gonna have Karlak trip up all of the traps here. Alright, that's one way to do it.
At least things have stayed interesting.
But we are gonna take a long
Another
rest
step forward.
right after we get closer to the temple. And I think... Oh! Clown's severed head. Alright, I'll take that. And got a note as well that says... The effigy of a Millicent who grasped divinity. What use her betrayal? She thought herself perfect, but forgot the one she served. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood, Orin the Red. Very interesting.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could.
But Millicent was the antagonist from Baldur's Gate 2 Throne of Bhaal. Was one of the Bhaal spawn that tricked a whole bunch of people of gathering in one spot so she could steal their essence.
But Alondo did not see. He did not know. He did not revel in the glory of what is to come.
Alright, thank you, talking statue. And here's the temple, and it's got some traps. Alright. I think I'm gonna have Shadowheart give me Cat's Grace. And now, unless we roll double ones, we should be able to disarm all of the traps. Not really sure what kind of traps they are, but I don't want to find out either.
Trap. Be cautious.
There we have it, some more traps. And as long as we take out the pressure plates, we should be alright. And I think there are 2 more or 3 more traps. Yeah, there's one.
This'll be fun.
And the second one that the Karlak seem to have spotted for us. And there we have it. Very good. Now, let's take our long rest. And I think as long as we're close to this sigil, teleportation sigil, yeah, we'll be able to take a long rest. So let's do just that. Yep. And let's do it. Gonna use up some of our supplies there. And doesn't look like we have any cutscenes up here, which is pretty darn good. And now let's leave camp and rebuff. Alright, everybody. My character is gonna summon the Air Myrmidon, as usual. And then recover the spell slot using the Spellcrux amulet. There we go. And let's re-equip the amulet back. Gale is gonna equip this staff for the arcane battery, so he can summon an Air Myrmidon rather. For free. And then re-equip your spell sparkler. Then cast mage armor on yourself. And what else do we need to do? My character is gonna summon us. And then buff everybody with Lone Strider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Us can just kind of hang out. And then I cast Speak with Animals on my own character. Shadowheart's gonna cast Hero's Feast. And we're gonna grab some supplies from the chest here. Including haggis, looks like. Alright, all of this can go to camp. one of these we're gonna give to Gale. Just because I believe Orin's got high dexterity and possibly alert as well. So we need Gale to go before her. Alright, drink it, Gale.
Can't give up now.
What else? What kind of elixirs should my character drink? I don't think I have the Battle Mage elixir anymore. Well, that's fine. Alright, Karlach, why don't you give one of these speed potions to Gale? Mainly because if I remember correctly, Orin has got a lot of unstoppable charges. And actually, Karlach, drink this elixir of Cloud Giant Strength. There we go.
Have a lot on my mind, and
I think
well,
we're about ready to go. Right? Yeah.
slow down.
So now we'll just go through the same area where we had the traps and go confront Orin. Which should be fairly easy. Alright, and let's interact with the solid doors here and see what we can do.
Stone seals this chamber against the world. The Bhaal amulet trembles in frightened awe.
And we're gonna press the amulet against the door.
Will you return once you cross this threshold?
I guess we'll find out. And there we go.
Dead three be so obvious and ugly with their decor. Blood and bones, bones and blood. Pointy nonsense. At least Shah had some panache.
As did Mistra's home on Elysium. Her ribbed vaults and buttresses created a magic entirely of their own. Not to mention her pleasure domes.
Pleasure dome.
It's a perfectly legitimate architectural feature.
Pretty funny banter. Alright. So there we go. There is Orin. Like I said before, Gale drank an elixir of vigilance so he can go first and take off Orin's unstoppable charges. And I think we're just about ready to go. Alright, let's go.
So many places to puncture. Hush, hush. I hear footsteps trip-trapping on the Murder Lord's stones. It refused the Murder Lord's command and comes crawling into his sanctum with the tyrant unpulped. I know what you did. Spilled my grandfather's crimson. He was mine. He showed me how to slice and slit. He guides my dagger still. Oh, did it think it could protect? Did it think it could save? Only the blades can offer salvation.
And we're gonna use the persuasion option here to say, you said Bhaal wanted us to fight. He will reject this offering. And it's a pretty high check, so we're gonna burn a lock point and we're gonna get guidance from Shadowheart. And we got plenty of inspiration points to reroll. Alright, let's try it. And looks like a success. Yozuri, good deal.
You do not lie, underling. It is your blood I am destined to spill. Your death spit will stain these walls, little lamb. Your murder should have been exquisite. A crypt-born effigy to greet Bhaal's bleeding dawn. And now now, it will be nothing! Come to me, Father! Set my flesh to your unholy purpose!
The fight begins. Alright, Gale goes first. Very good. And let me just check what kind of nastiness Orin's got. She's got this legendary resistance. Can use Sanguine Lash after being attacked. So it seems like a counterattack doing 8d8 damage and bleeding targets. If Orin does not use her legendary action in a round, Bhaal's Edict is placed on creature. If you don't kill another creature before the end of your next turn, you will die instantly. Oh, that's not good. And we've got this Murderous Retort. Or Murderous Retort, rather. If Deathbringer's Legacy is active, she can use this Deathbringer Assault, which seems to be a nastier version of Sarabok's attack. Alright. So, I think I know what we need to do here.
Gone with the weave.
First, we're gonna have Gale drink a potion of speed. Then he's gonna fire off a level 4 magic missile. All of them going into Orin to get rid of those unstoppable charges. Very good. Now she's got only 4 of them remaining. Alright, use another magic missile from your amulet. Amulet? No. We'll use another upcast magic missile, a level 4 one. 1, 2, 3, 4 will go into Orin to get rid of the remainder of unstoppable charges. And then 3 will go into this Death Head of Balfustian. And end turn. My character's gonna get a little bit closer and fire off an arrow of many targets into, I guess, Orin here. And yeah, we're gonna use Lock of the Far Realms. And now, I'm gonna make her dance with Odo's Irresistible Dance. Ah, there is no animation for it, unfortunately. Alright, very good. And now my character is gonna back up.
The gods are watching me.
And then turn. Shadowheart is gonna cast her Spirit Guardians. She's gonna click heals. And she's gonna start running around tagging some of these enemies. With her Spirit Guardians, stacking some Radiant Orbs and doing some damage. And go ahead, you can tank some attacks of opportunity as well. And not quite enough movement to hit this last one, but it's alright. End turn. Death Head of Bhaal tried to stun my character, but wasn't able to, and threw an item, which we're not gonna react to. And not gonna react here either. Now, this Myrmidon is gonna get closer to the Invoker and try to stun him. Alright, let's get closer. Teleport in close. And then use your Electrified Flail. Stuns him. Very good. And end turn. Karlak. Go ahead and get closer. Use your Frenzy. And And throw your returning pike at this Death Head Faustian.
Good idea, Karlak.
And yeah, we're gonna make it a crit with Luck of the Far Realms. And paralyzing critical as well. So now this enemy is out of combat for 2 turns. Now action surge. And start throwing at Orin. And Karlak should just do plenty of damage there. 2. Here is the 3rd one. And returning pike, once again frenzied throw on the Orin. Alright. Orin is prone and affected by Otto's irresistible dance, and she's only got 49 health remaining. End turn. The second Myrmidon's gonna get in close and hit her with the electrified flail as well. And end turn. Us is gonna get closer and fire off a synaptic discharge on Orin. Misses, which is quite alright, and end turn. And this Boon of Bhaal has stacked the unstoppable charges back on Orin.
Step by step.
Gale's gonna fire off a level 6 magic missile into Orin, which should get rid of most of her charges. Unstoppable charges, that is, and actually kills off Orin as well. Now, who else we got here? Alright, fire off your magic missile from your amulet. 2 will go into this guy, and 2 will go into that guy. And end turn. Some of the chanters there start throwing items at my characters. And one of them was actually able to break Shadowheart's concentration. So she's gonna give this Bulwark Rebuke to him. And now my character needs to kill somebody off. Let's see. Yeah, we got Called the Weak active. So my character is gonna get a little bit closer here, reveal those shrouded enemies. And then we're gonna fire an arrow of many targets into one of these death heads that are taken out. Alright, and once again was able to get rid of that nasty status effect. And I think my character is gonna use the level 4 hold person to level 4? No, it needs to be a level 3 hold person to paralyze a couple of these enemies. Alright, end turn. Shadowheart's gonna recast her Spirit Guardians again. And mass healing wards as well, why not? And go ahead and tag some more of these enemies here. Kills off that one. And now she should be able to stack some more Spirit Guardians or Radiant Orbs on these enemies. End turn. Okie dokie. One of these Reapers attacked my character and was successful. My character is gonna use a shield blow on them. Drop some prone. Here we're gonna re-roll their dice. Not gonna react here, I guess. It's fine. Man, my character's just being targeted, and I don't like it. But thankfully now all of these enemies can be attacked by all of my allies. So, the Myrmidon's gonna use the electrified flail on one of them. Didn't stun him, which is alright. Karlak, go ahead and target one of these Reapers that are in the face of my board. Take him out. Then use a frenzied throw on one of them as well. Alright. Kills him off. And got another frenzied throw that's gonna go into this enemy right here. The prone one. And end turn. The Myrmidon's gonna teleport closer and hit him with electrified flail. Hopefully finish him off. Yep. And end turn. Us can kinda hang out here. And Gale will use Glyph of Warding Sleep. See if it actually works on this sanctuaried enemy. It did work. Very good. And what else do I need you to do, Gale? How about firing off your curriculum of warfare, right? That's what it's called. Or curriculum of strategy. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 will go into this enemy, which should kill him off. And 2 will go into this one. Very good. End turn.
Time to push my luck again.
And now that enemy still got the sanctuary active. But we'll try and use this Glyph of Warding Cold on them. Did a little bit of damage, and end turn.
Finish this.
Shadowheart's gonna fire off her Sunbeam, which should hit despite Sanctuary. And there we have it.
A metallic tongue fills the air as the Slayer's form is drained of life. Ashes to ashes, blood to blood. You have robbed another god of his chosen.
Examine the blood with dismay. This will take forever to come out.
A glint of light on something in the blood catches your eye.
Another stone.
One more chosen to go. Can't wait.
Find Gortash and take his nether stone.
Alrighty. Overall, not too bad. Let's take a short rest to recover some health.
Interesting times.
And loot some of these enemies. And this area doesn't really have too much interesting stuff. But we will talk to Orin's mother. But wait, you might say, I thought Orin killed her mother. Yes, she did. And we'll talk to the corpse. Alright, all of these will go to camp. Orin, what do you got there? Crimson Mischief. I don't think this will work with any of my builds, but we'll just take it and possibly sell it. I think that's what we're gonna do. Alright, all of these gonna get sent to camp. And I don't think these Reapers have anything good on them. A few items. And some daggers. Alright. Yeah, we'll take all of those, sell them off. Buy up a whole bunch of high impact scrolls. And I think that entrance right there leads to Orin's private chambers. And those will go to camp. There we go. Let's check it out. Got some dead peoples in here that we're gonna loot. Got the Orin's chest key.
At this point, nobody can control rain, and it knows it.
And we
It
got
must seize
some
the third
more
stone before it breaks free.
information, lore-wise, that we can read through here on your own. There we go, there's one. Here's the second one. Third one. And this is the final one, I believe. Yep. You can pause and read it on your own, like usual. And here we have Orin's mother, Helena, that we're gonna use Speak with Dead on.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who are you?
Anchev, daughter of Saravok, mother of Orin.
Why did you try to kill your own daughter?
I wanted to be Bhaal's chosen. Saravok told me she must be my offering. I was close, my hand around her throat. I failed.
Did Orin know that Saravok ordered you to kill her?
No, she worshipped him, loved him. So did I.
What happened to you?
Orin, my daughter. I tried to kill her, but she killed me first.
Where are you from?
Baldur's Gate, Brandon District.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
There we go. And I think this is a very nice touch as far as storytelling goes. Because Saravok mentioned that, you know, Orin killed his daughter,
Tormenting this poor soul.
her mother, and took her hand. And if you notice there, Helena's corpse was missing a hand. So, very good attention to detail. And I like the writing that kinda, you know, something is referenced and then you see it later on. Anywho, this will go back to camp. Let's go release Lae'zel. And then leave this foul place.
My head is pounding. To think I was taken captive by that disgusting creature. An error I'm glad you swiftly rectified. To camp. I will not let my guard slip again. I swear by Mother Gith's scion.
Alright, Lae'zel. You go to camp. We're gonna head out towards that waypoint so we can teleport out. And all of these ballists, you know, can stay in their nasty old temple. Don't make me come back there. And it's mainly for the time purposes, you know. I can say that my character is like live and let live, but not really. Alrighty. Let's teleport out to the Basilisk Gate. We're gonna grab Lae'zel, and then we're gonna do another fight that has, oh. I think I got all of the supplies here from a previous Heroes Feast. Well, yeah, we'll take all of it. And send it to camp. Yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna grab Lae'zel and confront some Githyanki. Alright, Lae'zel, where are you at, girl? I think she's right there, right? Nope, that's Halsin. There she is. She's got something to say. What do you got to say, Lae'zel?
It is not in a Githyanki's nature to say thank you. Our language doesn't even have a phrase for it. Kraith Khan Jan is the closest equivalent I know. May your enemies know agony. But after releasing me from Orin's grip, there is only one proper response. Thank you. Sincerely.
You're welcome.
Well, good then. Let's carry on.
Yep, let's do just that. And Lae'zel, let's go.
Gate at last. We should find Sharess's caress. Voss will be waiting.
Sounds good. Yeah, join me.
The party's full. You'll need to make room. Good.
And she's gonna take Karlach's spot. And she just needs to be leveled up really quickly. Gotten another attack. And another feat that we're gonna choose. Savage Attacker probably, right? That's... you roll your damage dice twice, yeah. Alrighty, there we have it. And...
let's get going.
Let's cast Lone Strider on you and go fight some of Githyanki's. Gale, why don't you recover some spell slots for me, bud? And there we have it.
Got a long road ahead. Moving ahead.
And we're looking for Elfsong Tavern, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. I think it's this place right here.
Did you see Lord Gortash's latest interview in the Ball this month?
Let's go.
Speaks well, that envoy Gortash.
And I think after the fight, depending on the time, we might explore. Yeah. Shadowheart was saying something. Alright, I missed it. Oh, there's Lacrissa. Let's talk to her.
Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached.
Didn't we make a bet in the Druid's Grove? You didn't think you'd survive. Yet here you are.
We did, didn't we? Never thought I'd begrudge being alive. Alas, I've got nothing in my pockets but lint and disappointment.
You owe me nothing. Don't worry about it.
How are you both humble and attractive? It's just not fair, nor will my honor allow it. So how about this? Alan puts swill in the bottles, but I know where he keeps the good stuff. Here. You saw nothing. You heard nothing. I need to get back to work before Alan throws a fit, but stick around. You brighten the place up.
And actually, I think up here is a pretty funny interaction where you can do some stand-up comedy. So let's try and do just that. We got this Harvard Willoughby.
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, the comedian. And we got a little contest here called a Laugh Riot. You want to play along?
I'm gonna use this bard option to say, I'm a bard, Willoughby. Prepare to get served.
Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me. Hello, Baldurians! You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambion. That's right, I got fiend zoned. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The elf song patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead, but not literally. Got me?
I'm gonna say, Willoughby the comedian, folks. Were his jokes good, or did he just smell funny?
Got me with an ancient jest that's older than I am.
And now we're gonna be making some jokes that gonna be puns, because the audience seems to like puns. So gonna say, I tried sleeping with a dragonborn the other night, but it didn't work out. He had erectile dysfunction.
Win or lose, I'm stealing that one.
And then we'll use this one. Our cleric tried to cast healing word on the ham, but it was already cured.
Pig jokes are never wrong. Well done.
Cheers, whistles, and applause. You're almost shocked.
Yeah, you're hilarious. Now get out of here before I lose my job.
Alright, there we go. Pretty funny. And who else do we have here? Alfira, I think, is on the second floor. But up here, we got another small quest.
I'm not inclined to bother myself, but I suppose it keeps the city watch at bay.
Alright, let's talk
Some
to...
act as though displaying bare flesh is a more heinous crime than murder and robbery.
Alright, chef, let's talk.
Damn rats. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there.
It would be my pleasure.
True adventuring soul you are. No battle too small.
And let's see. Do I have speak with animals? Yeah. Let's talk to Tambourine, the cat.
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
And Zambumba, another kitty cat.
Look, Tambourine. A servant comes to help us. Kill those rats, would you? When they're dead, the other servants will feed us.
Alright, you silly kitties. And we're gonna descend into the basement. And got this fight. So, Shadowheart, cast your Spirit Guardians. Click heals. And start taking them out. Little by little. And we'll see if Shadowheart is able to kill off pretty much all of the enemies in one turn. Alright, get a little bit closer there. Now start moving this way. And now this way. Might be able to do it. Yep, there we go.
The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in.
And
The mayor's in Orin is somewhere among the wine racks.
Lae'zel was able to get a whole bunch of inspiration points for killing off a whole bunch of enemies in a turn. Alright, and here we're gonna take some snacks for later.
Don't waste a step.
And send them all to camp. Alright, there we go. And I believe we gotta go through one of these doors.
On the other side, you'll find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business.
Okay, where is that bitterness? I think it's actually one of these barrels, right? No? Well, let's check it out. What else we got here? Wine racks. Do we want to grab anything? Oh, there we go. The button. That's what we needed. Now, after we get in, the battle should start. Or we'll have a cutscene and then a battle with the Githyanki.
Awakened. Vlaakith's forces are near.
Yes, sirree. Alright, let's go.
Githyanki, Vlaakith has found us. Get rid of them, quickly.
My character is gonna get a little bit closer and initiate the conversation.
Glad you could join us. The Githyanki have spread word of that artifact that you carry. Tell me, Lae'zel of Kalir, what reward do you think the astral prism will fetch once I pluck it from your corpse and present it to Vlaakith? What honors, what riches will the Undying Queen grant me when I hand her the failed prince?
Stand down. I protect the prism on our queen's behalf.
The Undying Queen cares not for who delivers her the prism and the traitor prince within. All that matters is that it is delivered. The false heir's head will make a fine trophy for Vlaakith. As for you, I will leave nothing behind but meat and shattered bone.
I'm gonna use this option to say, Orpheus is the Githyanki's true prince. You will not take him.
Damnable whelp. For 1,000 years I have given my life to Vlaakith. I will deliver to her the Prince of the Comet. She shall exalt me. The Gish will record my great deed in slate. Tamar Zala Vlaakith!
Alrighty, and the battle starts.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
So what we're gonna do up here is have
Ready.
yeah, I think we'll just go with the usual plan. Shadowheart's gonna cast her Spirit Guardians. She's gonna click heals, and then she's gonna tag a whole bunch of enemies with her Spirit Guardians here. Here's one. And these portals summon more Githyankis. So for now, we'll just hang here. Alright, end turn.
But a word away.
My character is gonna get a little bit closer and fire off an arrow of many targets into one of these enemies right there. And yeah, we're gonna trigger the executioner. And now, we're gonna fire off a level 4, right? Hold on. Actually gonna get a little bit closer and fire off a level 5 hold person. One going for this Shirai. Target is out of sight. Oh, that's not good. Alright. Never mind. Back to the drawing board. How about here? No, still can't see them. I guess we'll just fire off our level 2 hold person on Shirai Harak. Immune to hold person. Oh, that's not good. End turn.
A fool's fools these mortals be.
Alright, Gale. Actually, Air Myrmidon. Teleport closer to Shirai. Actually, let's see what she's got here. Cannot be affected by incapacitating conditions. And receives 50 health points. Wow. Yeah, probably should have read that beforehand. But we still should be alright. Alright. Myrmidon, go ahead and drop this Raging Vortex on this group right there. And enter.
Tempest I will raise.
Gale, do a level 5 magic missile going into the Shirai. But first, cast haste on yourself. Yeah. There we go. Level 4 magic missile into Shirai. Harok! Did a whole bunch of damage. Now end turn. Alrighty. She's using Conquering Presence. And go ahead and use your Indomitable there, Lae'zel. Now, Lae'zel's gonna use her tripping attack on the Shirai. Do it again. And just action surge, maybe. No, actually, continue just smacking her down. Now, action surge, and continue just regular attacks. With your Unseen Menace. And end turn. The ranged Githyanki was able to hit Shadowheart and break her concentration, which is not optimal. This Myrmidon is gonna use its Electrified Flail on the Shirai. Missed, unfortunately. Now end turn. This Gish is using Hold Person, so Gale's gonna counterspell her. Alright, very good. Come here and die. No, you. Alright, and Us is gonna fire off its Synaptic Discharge into the Gish. Missed, and turn. There we go. They summoned some more enemies through the gate. Psychic Rend. We're gonna counterspell that. I don't want to be hit by that. You crazy? And one of the melee Gish or Gith is running out. Or dashing out. Alright, so let's see this guy. On an ally to prevent the incapacitating condition, yeah. Alright. That's quite fine. This Air Myrmidon's gonna teleport next to one of these enemies here. And use Electrified Flail. And hopefully the Shirai is gonna burn her legendary action. Apparently not. Well, that's quite alright. Gale, use your Curriculum of War on Shirai. Kills her off.
It shall be done.
Excellent. And now
Come on, can't stay idle.
my character is gonna get a little bit closer. And fire an arrow of many targets into one of these enemies. And we're gonna reroll our bedroll. Now let's use the hold person. Target is out of sight. Well, can we move somewhere where they are in sight? Nope, nope. That's alright. Let's cast a level 4 hold person, 1, 2, and hopefully can tag one of these enemies here. Nope. But that's alright. There we go. Got 2 of the enemies paralyzed now. And turn.
Destroyer.
Gale, fire off your level 5 magic missile. 1, 2, 3 will go into the Gate Master, and the remainder will go into this Gushins. And then turn. Shadowheart, Spirit Guardians. Click heals. Get a little bit closer to tag the other enemy. And then run all the way up here to the Gish. And tag them as well. And actually killed off that Gate Master. Alright, very good. And turn. Lae'zel. Misty Step up here on the balcony. Next to the Gish. Use your trip attack to drop him down. And try again. There you go. Kills her off. And now run this away. And turn. This elemental is gonna teleport up here. Come on. To get closer to those enemies, and then it's gonna use its electrified flail. And turn. Us is just gonna end its turn. The Gish tried to attack the Myrmidon, but didn't really do much.
Rook to Queen 6.
Gale's gonna get closer and fire his level 2 magic missile going into Gate Master Zirak. 3 darts will go into him, and the remainder will go into the veteran Gish. Alright, that kills the Gate Master. And now Gale's gonna fire his level 2 magic missile to finish off the Gish. Kinda awkward camera angle, but it's alright. We killed him off. And turn. My character is gonna get closer and fire an arrow of many targets into these 2 warriors. And continue firing. And then turn. Shadowheart, click heals. And run around here doing some damage. Pretty much the fight is over. You can make it more difficult for yourself by not killing the Gate Masters and allowing them to, like, continuously summon Githyanki. But it's unnecessary in my opinion. There we have it. We've done it.
You handled it well.
Killed all of them off.
She exhausts her forces soon.
Yeah, I don't think we're really gonna...
Now search the room. There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
Alright, yeah. But I think we're gonna call it a day for this episode, because it's been over 1 hour. On the next episode, we're gonna loot everything up here.
I can't wait to sleep.
And then move on to another quest chain, I guess. As always, thank you for watching, and hope to see you again soon.